Welcome to the Fast Lane Car and welcome to Byers, Colorado and the High Plains Raceway. And today, as a journalist, I get to drive the GTR, the Ford Focus ST, the Camaro, and hopefully not that ambulance on the racetrack. And we're going to produce a series of video reviews from the racetrack. Now, I am not a race car driver. I'm just a lucky enough journalist who gets to drive hundreds of cars every year. So I'm going to give you the fastest time I can and the best impression I can of these everyday cars, well, not the GTR, but the rest of these everyday cars on the racetrack. Coming up next on the Fast Lane Car. Bring you 10 road cars reviewed on the racetrack. Why? Well, because we can. No. We think that if a road car does well on the racetrack, it'll do exceptionally well on the road. So, starting today, we're going to do these in order of lap times, with the slowest to the fastest coming up next on the Fast Lane Car.
If there is a two-wheel off incident, by that I mean if two wheels leave the racing surface, come in and you'll sit and cool your heels for 10 minutes. If that happens the second time, you'll sit for 30 minutes. If it happens a third time, you're done. Okay? Four wheels off is obviously the same thing, but all four wheels are off the road surface. Then you come in the first time, sit for 30 minutes, second time, you're done. Any car contact, you're done. Okay? If there's a spin, we consider that four off. So if you spin, come in, sit 30 minutes.
Alright guys, I'm in the Fiat 500 Abarth Cabrio. I've got the top up because it'll be very loud. I'm going to hit my little sport button, which gives me about 20 pound-feet of torque extra. And let's see how this Fiat 500 does. Now keep in mind, I've got a 5-speed manual transmission, which I like. It's good for the track. And I have front-wheel drive and probably tons of torque steer. Now, I've taken this car on the track before, and if I remember right, it was fun, but a bit of a handful. I love the sound of that engine. Can you hear that? Isn't that glorious? That is like listening to a Ferrari on the budget basement rack. I mean, it just sounds incredible. Immediately taking his first turn, I can tell that this car is set up for the track because the suspension is nice and firm. It is a little bit top heavy though. You can really feel that front engine, front wheel drive bias. And because it's such a tall car, it pushes around the corner, and you don't feel like you're hunkered down. You don't feel like you're kind of in the sweet spot. Okay, here I go. I'm in the back stretch. I am full out, doing 90 miles an hour before I hit the brake. I was in third gear. Brakes seem solid, somewhat linear, a little bit squishy. I'd like a little bit more brake feel. All right, here's the real test of the car coming around this next set of S-turns. Let's see how I can place this thing. Okay, I'm in third gear. I'm working it. Let's see if I can clip the apex. Good throttle response. Can put the tires. Oh, jumped it. Here we go. Clip the apex, and here comes my hot lap. Traction control on. By the way, I leave the traction control on in all the cars I'm testing just because, well, I'm not a good enough driver. For a 160 horsepower little pocket rocket, I nailed that turn. Okay, let's see if I can clip this apex. It's really easy to get into the rhythm of this car. It's not intimidating. There's a lot of power, but it's not overwhelming. You know, you get into some of these supercars and you're just terrified because, my God, the car is much more capable than the driver. Here I feel like this car is complimenting me as I go around these bends. All right, I'm going to clip this turn. I'm in third gear, red line, 85, 86, probably up to 90 miles an hour, 95. I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to brake right now. If I were braver, I would brake later, but I'm not, so I don't brake later. All right, here we go. Clip this turn, wrong gear, misshifted, and here I come around the next set of S-bends. This will determine if I can brake this 112. Feels good around here. It's pushing a little bit. There's front wheel push because of the engine being over the front wheels, but I can place the wheels where I want to place them. I kind of hit that. All right, here we go, over the cones and floored. Down the straightaway over the start-finish line to get my time, and here comes my time. 1:13.79. It's a lot of fun on the track. It's a little top heavy, but you know, for a car that's $25,000, maybe $27,000 for this cabriolet. I think you could do much worse. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Thanks for watching this series of Speedy racetrack reviews. Stay tuned for the next one, and see you next time. Ciao. All right, here I go. I am in the Honda, and I have it in sport mode. This is the Accord. This is a car that will not see a lot of racetrack duty, but Honda does come from a racing background. They have been in and out of Formula One a whole bunch. So let's see if that racing technology has actually made it into their family sedans.